Hey guys, Tim from KT Strategic here with some gift ideas for the holidays. The first thing I'm going to talk about today is the PHLster product that everybody wants this year. Unfortunately, for most of us, this is out of our grasp for the year. The good news is there are more products coming, so keep an eye out for these guys. This is the PHLster Enigma, for those of you who are unaware. Really sweet product, brand new this year. Just want to show you a couple things while I have your attention. This is the magnetic clasp. It's pretty slick. I've been pretty impressed with how it works. And I have in here the PHLster Pro holster for the Glock models, but you can fit any holster that has the wing and the two properly dimensioned bolts here. So obviously not a great gift idea this holiday season, but coming up soon. They're going to have more of them, so keep your eyes open. On the more achievable side of the gift list, we've got the Mantis X10 Elite. This guy is a little more pricey than some of the other models out there. It does do live fire. If you only want to do dry fire, there are some cheaper options on their website. I'll throw a link out there. I've been really impressed with this product. I've been doing kind of a long-term review of it. Mostly dry fire because of COVID and all that stuff. But I've been very impressed with it. I think it would make an excellent gift for the shooter in your life. Another thing, obviously I'm a big PHLster fan. Their Floodlight is an excellent choice. I have a TLR1, so this is the one I bought. There's also one for the Surefire X300. It indexes off of the light, not off of the firearm, so you can use any firearm within reason that you want. Glock, Smith & Wesson, XD, I guess, if you really want to. All sorts of stuff. The nice thing about PHLster, though, is they keep their products in stock on their website. So if it says they have it, they actually have it. It's subject of shooting items, something a little less pricey this year. Some earmuffs. Walker game ears are nice. This is not those. These are actually Howard Leight, the Impact Sport, I believe, or Impact Slim. I'll put a link to these as well. They are the active ear protection. Got a microphone there, so it'll pass through regular sound, but it won't pass through the shooting. So I also got this headband cover because my headband was starting to fall apart. Just a cheap one off of Amazon. I'll see if I can't throw a link in there for you as well. Might be another good option for somebody who's already got a pair of these, but their band starts to fall apart. These are several years old now, so I'm not terribly shocked. But just another thing to think about. Another thing you could consider, these are pocket squares from Section 6 Menswear in Tennessee. Now, I realize you're not going to get a custom order suit in time for the holidays, but I've spoken with the owner, Chad, who's a friend of mine, and he's assured me that he'll get you a gift certificate or something that you can wrap if you do decide to purchase a suit from him. And I'll put a link to his website as well for you. And you guys, these prices are usually under $200 for a suit. If you want to get into wool, you start to breach that $200 mark. But tell him that I sent you, and he'll take good care of you. He's also got these sweet Pro 2A pocket squares. And he's assured me that he can send these to you, the stuff he does have in stock. He'll send that out as quickly as possible for you if you do place an order with him. So at a minimum, you can get a pocket square. Those are going to be anywhere from 10 to 20 bucks a piece, depending on the material. I recommend them. I got a suit from him that I really like, so I would encourage you to buy a suit from him as well. Support small businesses, especially with everything going on right now. Also, he'll tailor the suit for you if you carry. Staying on the higher end, we've got CRKT making an appearance. The M40 series of knife would make an excellent choice. They do have some in stock on Amazon. I'll send a link there. This is the M40-15 with a deadbolt mechanism. You could also get the Austin McGlone Clever Girl, would be another excellent choice. I'm very partial to that, as Austin is a personal friend. Otherwise, the Provoke is another good choice. Again, under $200. Very nice knife, impeccable lockup, very well designed. Big fan of this knife. I think it's a slick little product. Not something you see every day. Otherwise, if you're looking for something a little different, this is from Coast, and I'm going to do a review of these in depth. This one here is the TX14R. Their nomenclature leaves something to be desired, but as you can see, it's kind of an interesting light. This is part of their tactical series, although it doesn't have a tail cap button, which is kind of annoying. It does have a micro USB charging port, which is kind of nice. It also takes alkaline or rechargeable batteries, which is clever. And again, like you saw there, it does focus the beam. If I can do it right. Hey, I was pulling the wrong way. So you can have a nice broad floodlight beam, or you can focus it into a spotlight beam. Dealer's choice. Like I said, I'll do a more detailed review of this light here soon, but another under $200 option. Same goes for the TX9R. This is more of a tactical light. It's got the tail cap button. Same thing, USB rechargeable. Eats different batteries depending on what carrier you put into it. Does the same focus, non-focus, or flood spot, and it does lock into position so you can't screw with it if you bump it by accident. Again, another decent option in that price range. Something to consider. Another Coast product. This is their, what do they call this? The RX395, whatever that means. So this is just a standard liner lock folding knife. It's got a glass breaker. It's one of the chintzier ones, but it's nicer than some of the really cheap ones. It does have a seatbelt cutter. I'll do some testing on that. It's nothing remarkable, you guys, but this is a cheap knife, and you get a cheap knife for the price. The one thing I really like about this, though, is it's got this locking option. So I can lock the blade in, and for my purposes, this is going to go into my turnout gear pocket, which allows me, the lock allows me to keep it in there without worrying it's going to deploy by accident. So it's actually going to go in what's called my radio pocket, which is on my chest. Another middle of the ballpark option. I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't recommend you get a tourniquet. This is the Technical Medical Solutions SOF-T Wide. This is a generation older than the current gen. So it's not the first gen. I think this is second or third. Bear with my confusion on which one exactly it is. But it does have the buckle. But it does not have the clippy parts like you would see on a cat tourniquet. So I would encourage you to get this, or to get the cat, the SOF-T Wide or the cat. I prefer the SOF-T Wide for my purposes. But if you're more comfortable with the cat, it's certainly not a bad option. Again, just my personal preference here. I'll throw a link. Technical Medical Solutions make this. They're also a really good company. And I like supporting them. This is the Microstream USB that you guys are familiar with. I've done a review. I'll link to that. This guy is, it's got two brightness settings, USB rechargeable, and as you can see by the wear on the head of it, I use this light all the time. I carry this in my pocket every day. And if I were going to recommend one light to buy, this would be it. But again, depending on budgets and whatnot, you might want to consider other options. For my money, the Streamlight Microstream USB would be my #1 go-to choice for somebody who doesn't have a daily carry light. If you're looking for something a little on the cheaper side, the Scoped Industries folks make Pyro Putty, which I owe them a review of here soon, but I want to recommend it right now. This is their plasma lighter, which is neat, and the Pyro Putty, which is a slick product. You can see the orange and the blue. There's a winter and a summer model. I'll get into that in the review, but I would encourage you to take a look at it if you have fire starting needs, especially in inclement weather. It really does work very nicely. Like I say, I'll follow up with a more detailed review here soon, but wanted to throw that on the holiday list for now. Another less expensive option. The folks at Right in the Rain were kind enough to send me some, this is their EMS book. If I can get it to focus, there we go. So it actually has patient information, demos, complaints, all that fun stuff built right into it. And then a regular note side on the back. It's also got Glasgow Coma Scale, pupil gauge, and it does differentiate between infant and child and adult. So something kind of neat. I don't know if I agree with that, but we'll talk about that another time. It's also got measurements in inches and centimeters on the back cover, and then some rapid triage. This is salt. No, this isn't salt. This is start triage. So if you use start triage, it's a nice option. I will say their notebooks are fantastic. Those are their pens. Nice and clicky. No obnoxious branding on it. I still am often a zebra pen guy, for those of you in the know, but these guys make some nice stuff too. And it does have the, bear with me one second, the Right in the Rain refill, which I believe is roughly equivalent to a Fisher refill, but don't quote me on that. Another couple interesting options. This is another light from Coast, and again, I'll do a more detailed review on this soon, but this is their G19, and no, it's not a pistol, but it's got their, what they call their inspection beam. So it's locked, there's no adjustment of it, but it gives you a even, flat light, almost like a theater spotlight. So if that's something you like, this is not a bad choice. It's got a AAA battery and that it runs off of, and it's simple, it feels well constructed, and nice and clicky tail switch, which I like. I realize it's not the fancy high-end flashlight emporium blah blah blah, but there's something to be said for having something that runs off of common batteries. So another good option in the lower price point option set is this Coast light. It's got a magnetic back, so I'll use this knife. It'll sit on there, and it's also a clip. I think personally I'd probably use the clip before I'd use the magnets, but it's a nice secondary option. This light does come in white and red. It does turn on white first, just for what that's worth. And then you can adjust if you clip it to, my intention is to clip this light to my Molly gear. So you clip it and you can adjust which way the beam shoots by just turning it side to side like that. Nice and clicky switch, a couple AAA batteries, fairly simple. Definitely something worth looking at, especially if you know somebody who wears Molly gear on a regular basis. I think that's all I've got for you guys today. So like the video. I think that's how that works. Subscribe, hit the bell, and it'll notify you when I do a one or put one up. I'm still learning all this YouTube stuff, so bear with me, you guys. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Contact information is on the website. And you guys stay safe out there, alright? Bye-bye.